scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit, it's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. His first carry of the game. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Come on, let's go. What, 90?
From the gun, here's Brissett. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, this is Geis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Brissett sets to throw it, and he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Now, 180. Later, 2.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Go, Chief. Now, 280. Express. 57. Go, go. Get set, get set.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On 1st and 10, Brissett. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is caught. It's Perriman. And out across midfield down to the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Brissett again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! 190! 190! Ohio! Ohio!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Lowry. That's caught. It's Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Following the penalty, it's Geis. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Geis alone in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. 2nd down, Brissett. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Here's Brissett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He's going to rifle one deep left and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Okay, folks, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go. Here we go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the...
Here we go. 808.
A first down carry for Barkley. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go. 1.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Brand 38.
On on the bootleg. It's Brissett. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's caught out left by Perriman. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad Perriman, 81 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. New York set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Down! 180! Hey!
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. On second down, here's Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
7:34. Get set. You ready? Go.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Hey, 7:34.
Now a play fake. Carr. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Brissett to throw on first. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They go play action with Brissett. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
6:37.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd and short.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the...
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there, 99 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Come on, let's go!
Brissett on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On play action, Brissett. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll throw again, Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Pass incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Brissett. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Brissett. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
7:34.
throwing his car on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
First down, Brissett. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Brissett. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Play fake. Brissett trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
On third down, Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And New York set to take the field. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Get down. Get down. 180. 618.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and long, it's Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Brissett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Get down. Get down. Wide A. Go. Get set.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr, hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. Thomas, the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Go. 6:37.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's Carr to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Here's Geis. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They go play action with Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Bucs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing, Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10.
Ohio!
To throw, Brissett. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Carr. He dumps it off to Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, now Carr. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They